I think that was the cat that had the kittens. Gonna get into a fight today? Hope not. You're outnumbered. Let's go check the rain gauge. Screw up a few cats, huh? I see two cats eating down there. I'm starting to run low on cat food. I think I'll just feed my cat up at the porch. Until I get another bag of food. They're not too afraid of me anymore. Let's go check the rain gauge. Saving some for my cat. Let's see if she'll get into it. I think she got into a fight because she got too close to the other cat's babies. I think that's the one who had babies. Anyway, I gotta conserve my cat food now. I'm running low, and I'm not ready to go shopping for a while. At least till the middle of the month, next month. Anyway, I can check the rain gauge. I gotta move the gate. That'll scare the cats. Yeah. Noise of the gate scared him a little bit. How you doing, Mama Cat? Over there? That's the mama. They're not mine though, so I shouldn't worry about it. See, my cat's scared of them. Just neighborhood thieves, right? Huh, let's see what's in that thing. Huh, I got a half-inch rain yesterday. How about that? Yeah. When I checked it, when the rain first started, it was only about an eighth. When I came back from the big pasture, it was about an eighth inch. And then after I guess after it was all over, the big rain came. I got a half inch total. Cool. Let me go ahead and dump it. Yeah, I gotta start doing something with this garden. I just don't feel like it. Where is the sun? Yeah, boy, it's pretty high already. I can't see it. There it is. Okay, my cat says, yeah. Is it all clear? Yeah, it's all clear. I'm not gonna. The only reason I feed them out here is so I can take shots at the raccoons and possums. I haven't seen them for a few days. It's always, when I check at night, it's always cats coming here to eat. So I'm gonna start feeding my cat only what she needs up at the back porch, starting today. And then I'll take the food in at night when the raccoons come around. Yeah, I'm just taking care of my cat now. Since one of the reasons I put the cat food out there, so I thought my cat would have kittens here, but she didn't. And wherever she had them, she lost them. So I wanted the raccoons to stay away from the back porch, but they still come up here looking for something. But like I said, at night I'll take this food in, so I don't attract them at night. And I'm not going to feed the cats out there no more, the neighbor cats. They might still come up here to eat during the daytime, but at night they're out of luck. Take care, cat. At least I still got one cat. Didn't get no kittens. The kittens that I found were from the neighbor's cats, and she already moved them since I bothered them. Yeah, just enjoy your food up here, girl. You don't have to share anymore. It's a salt bird. Oh, you done? Not quite? Alright. Maybe I'll take it in. After she eats, I'll take it in and then put it back out when I come back from the big pasture. Yeah, that's better. No more free choice. Well, it's a nice day today again. I don't think there's any rain in the forecast for today. But it is chilly this morning. Still below, I think it was mid-50s. It's still below 60, I think. And the wind's from the north, so that makes it cold. You can see the wind coming in from that direction. And this tree's blowing that way. And so are those leaves. Cold wind from the north. Yeah, I'm not going out right away. I'm sure it's still wet out there. It's not going to dry much, but I've got something else I want to do first before I go out. Yeah, I don't really like driving up my pasture road when it's muddy, but I got to get up there to do some work. And it's not going to be easy. Digging in that by the corral for those wheel trenches for the trailer, because I'm sure it's full of water too. But anyway, I want to wear boots today instead of shoes, and I want to fix my shovel that broke somehow. Not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but here's what I got to deal with. That's my newest shovel, and that's the one that broke. Yeah. I thought about just using the old handle, carving this down and shaping it for that. The shovel will be a little shorter, but I think it'll still work. Or I can use this one. I want to reuse that handle. If it don't work, I can always take it out. But I got to get this out first. And then I got to get the drawing knife out and get on the vise, lock that in, and see if I can shave it down to the right shape. This one had a curve in it, and the one I bought at the store for a shovel or something, probably not designed for a shovel, but it's the only thing I could find. It's the only one they had. So like I said, I'm going to try to carve one. The handle will be a little shorter, but I guess I can deal with that. If it don't work, I can always, I don't know, I guess that one would fit in there. I may have to shape it down too a little bit, because I said there's a curve at the bottom. First thing I do is get the old handle out. I guess I'll need a grinder to grind those nuts off. This new one it came with its own, oh, I can't bend, came with its own pins. So that's good. I guess they go in one way and you're hammering them down the other way. Smash them. Well, let's get started on it. It's bright, at least today, even though the wind's cold. I can feel the warmth, and I can feel the cold wind too. Well, the first thing I can do is grind those rivets off, and then try to push them out. I got them ground down. Not sure where the pins are now. I just have to hit it with something and see if it comes out. I got them started. Let me push them all the way out. Well, I got them out. Now that I get the wood out, maybe I can hammer that out since the rivets are out. Well, it wasn't too hard to get it out. Now I got to shape something to fit back in there. Yeah. You can see where it cracked. Right there where it curved. Probably don't need the curve in it then. I just need the handle to go past the rivet hole so I can rivet it. Maybe I'll use the new handle. I don't know. I'm still going to shape the old one. I want to see how it's going to work. Here's the old handle that broke. This part here broke up there. So all I need to do is go from. I'm not gonna go for that curve. What I'm gonna do is shape it from up there to get it narrowed down into a taper to fit into the shovel handle. I'll see what I can do with a draw knife. Well, that's where I gotta start. I'll start shaving it down here. That's where the shovel handle will end. Let's see what I can do. I'm going to shave it down. Draw knife. I've had this ever since I can remember. I used to whittle a lot of stuff down for shovels and handles when I was a kid. And for spears too. Or when you played cowboys and Indians, and I was always the Indian, and I used the sharp sticks in those days for my brothers. Not too sharp though. But that's not how I hold it. And start cutting or shaving. Well, that's a start. Problem is, one handle's whatever holding the ends on. Right there. It must have broke off. I have to hold it up here instead of holding the handle because the handle slides off. I need something to fasten that back on. But it's still working. Well, there's a rough cut. I'm gonna try the shovel and see where it's hitting. That's as far as I can get it on right now. But I do this to see where I need to shave. That shows me where I need to shave off. If I didn't have a dirty shovel, I'd use some kind of a marker or even grease inside the shovel to make a mark on the wood where it's dragging. Let's turn it over. Let's flip that. See what's on the other side. The other side, so I got some shaving to do. And once I get that cleaned up, I'll go down the bare wood, and then I'll do the shovel again and keep doing that until I get it all the way up. Well, I got it shaped. I used a file at the end.
it goes all the way up to there, and that's where the crack is in the middle handle, middle shovel. And the rivets will go in this way. I gotta find me a drill to drill them out. I don't know if I got a drill that size, but at least it's shaped. So this is, I guess you could say this is the back side. It curves up. I made a little curve. I shaved more off this side. I'm gonna turn it over. You can see where it rubs is at the bottom as it curves out. It rubs there, but I'm gonna leave it this way. And it rubs up here. But everything else is pretty well, fits good. Let's put it on. I put this line here so I could line up the crack with that line. So I know where I was shaving off of. Every time I put the shovel on, I would twist it a little bit this way, and it would leave a mark where it was pinching. And I would shave that off. Yeah. I could just barely, I can touch the end of the wood right there. It's not as tight as the other one was, or the original, but it'll work for me. It's hard to turn with one hand. That's what I would do. I would turn it. And then when I make a mark, I would shave it off. So let me get that seated in there. And now I got to find me a drill bit that will be the right size. We'll see. Now to find the right drill bit. Oh boy, that won't be easy. I could find where my drill bits close enough with these, but I think these are all the same. Well, they're a little bit bigger than the hole in the shovel. Holes in the shovel. So if I drill them out, will the rivets still fit? And I'm going to use the rivets from the new shovel head. Or wait a minute, maybe I should get a bolt. I don't have any bolts either. I don't have anything. I do have these nails. They're a little bit smaller than the hole. But I wonder, I don't know how straight they'll drive in. But if I can just hammer them in and hope that I hit the hole on the other side of the shovel, that might work. I'm going to give it a try. If it don't work, I can always pull it out. Well, let me give them nails a shot. They're nothing. I never have what I need, do I? I got them in part way. I think I hit the other side, and they're starting to bend. So I'm going to cut them off a little bit higher than I'm going to bend them over like a rivet. And then I might try to drive nails on the other side too. Make them both that way. Both sides. I can bend them over. Perfect, but I'll do it. Let me do the same to the other side. Look at that. You know, there. It actually went through. So I can bend that over too. But I'll put a nail on the other side, on the other one. Yeah, I'll just have to bend them both over. This might work. Looks like I lost some, looks like the shovel came loose, the handle before probably when I was hammering it in or something. I'm not, up near the handle where the wood is. There's a gap now. Anyway, it was tight before. Anyway, it's going to be a problem if I ever have to replace this handle if it breaks. Oh well, I'll have to burn it out. Shovel must have slipped down a little bit, or maybe a quarter inch. But the handle's in there. It's tight. It'll do. Yeah, it's in, so I gotta deal with. I have to use it now. Yeah, it's a little shorter. That's the one I repaired today. That's the shovel I was using yesterday. And the wood in the handle is pretty loose on that one. Let me get a better view. Yeah, it's a little shorter. It'll work until it breaks it. I wanted to show you something on this. That one's tight. This one's only got one rivet or something in it, nail or something. See how loose that handle is? I'm surprised it didn't break. Yeah, that one moved. When I was doing something with it, I guess when I was hammering them nails in, it moved. But I had it up tight. There. But it'll work. It's tight now. It'll work. The only thing now is to go out and test it and do some digging. Tighten this handle up. I hammered that rivet. A rivet or nail or whatever it is. See? It's tight now. Yeah, I just hammered it against the corner of that. On the corner of that wagon trailer with a hammer. I don't know what it was. It must be some kind of rivet. Anyway, that one's tight now. Took some time. It's 11 a.m. already. I'll give the ground a chance to dry out a little bit on the road. I don't know why those two in the barn are moving all the time. They got a new bale. I checked water. They got plenty of water. I didn't give any corn, but I don't think they cry for the corn. They cry to be with the other cattle. But you think they'd be used to it by now. But anyway, I'm gonna go get something to eat before I go out. And then I'll be heading out here soon. It's a little warmer by 11:30. But it's still chilly. There's a lot more clouds out in the sky now. Ooh, bird. Swallow. You almost hit me. Okay. Let's head out now. There's the other cow. The big heifer. I don't see her anywhere. I'm sure she's around somewhere. Looks like I got windy here. Oh boy. It was calm this morning. Oh, there was a little wind. Not like this. Oh boy. This is too windy. Still didn't fix that roof, did I? Flapping in the wind. Alright, I gotta get going. I see the neighbor's corn coming up. I see rows of green. I think they already sprayed it for weed killer to kill everything that was growing, because they did a no-till, and now the corn's coming up. Rows, you can see the rows running this way because he went on an angle. Cattle. Another trip to the big pasture. Continuing my work on the trenches for the trailer wheels. Back up. I never did find that cow. Oh well, she's around. Keep calling her a cow, but she's really an old heifer. The only reason I keep her because I'm hoping she'll still get bred by something. There they are. I'm sleepy. And there's a few over there on the left. Laying on the bank. Creek bank, that is. A little chilly today, but it's okay. Still grows grass. Oh, and this morning I added up all the seven loads of quickcrete, 130 bags, and the lumber, the 6 2x4s that I bought to make the forms. And it cost me $957. Not counting my labor, of course. Anyway, it's still nice to drive across it now. Pretty smooth. It's got a little bump. Nothing I can't handle. Oh, it's wet here. Oh boy. I think I better put it in 4-wheel drive before I wind up getting spinning. Okay. Let's head to the top. Oh, a lot of water here. Oh, what did I say? I got a 1/2 inch yesterday. Yeah. The road dries off pretty. I mean, it drains off pretty good. Right through here it gets wet. I guess it's the water. There's no grass. Yeah, it's a little damp here. But I made it. Oh, it's hooked. I better get out and unhook it. Okay. Let's get up there and go to work. There it is. That's where I'm working. I think I can take it out of 4-wheel drive now. Just needed to come up the road. I think that's far enough. Still can't tell if they've been in here or not, but they haven't got my bale, so that's good enough for me. The grass is here if they want to eat it in that little area to the left. Well, I'm back. Didn't get out here until 12 noon, but I'm back. I guess now I just got to start digging. I'm going to dig along that side first. Got my wheelbarrow with my repaired shovel. This is my newest shovel. The handle broke, so I just whittled down the old handle, the one that broke, and I fastened it back together. I just used nails to hold it in. This one didn't have no rivet bolts. Okay, let's see. Since that's wet, I want to start over there. I moved that T-post from over there, about a foot that way, to over here, so I could open this gate to dump my wheelbarrow in. But now the wind's blowing, I have to tie it. I have to tie it off over here on the right. Nice cold breeze coming up here from the north. there. Oh, cold. I can hear the bull in the barn, or the cattle in the barn moving over that way. Over there. Oh, let's go to work. I mentioned before, I think, that this area here is not level. It slants this way. That's why all the water came down to this end. But so was that. But so was the board there where I backed my trailer up to. So all I want to do is get this frame, dig around the edge, and get this frame in to the right depth, and then I'll dig out the trenches later. And the depth would be about where those boards are. That's why I'm leaving them in. I'll dig them out last. Let's start digging along here first. Then there, and then there. It took me an hour to dig all this around where the board, where the frame goes. Just on this side. I didn't do nothing on that side yet. Well, except maybe right there. Anyway, I got one wheel brought out. I want to dig all that out until I get the boards in, so I can see where the ramp's going to go, or what the slant's going to be. I may have to bring the trailer up there to estimate. Maybe that'll come later. I can at least get the frame set. I didn't take that board out, that short board, the original. I want to kind of use it, but the way it looks, though, it's level. It's level with the ground, so I could probably take that out. Yeah, the board, the 2x8 is actually 7.5 inches. Is it 2x8? Yeah, 2x8. Yeah, 7.5 inches. So that's how far it's got to go down. I gotta fine tune it yet, but I'll do that after I get the other side dug out. Over there. Right now I gotta dump that load around the corner of the other side. I'm gonna take the board out. I'll just use the ground level as the guide. Well, the board that I pulled out, a short board, is a 2x6, which means it's 5.5. So these boards are bigger, and I meant them to be bigger. I figured those were 2x6s, so I had lots of short ones before. Yeah. I made use of them. The short boards, they were just temporary. I wanted to see how the ramp would work, and it's working. And now I just want to make it better. Now I can finish cleaning out that ditch right there. I measured it. Most of it's more than 7.5. It's okay. Once I get it in there, I can always raise it up to the level that I want it. It's easier to put something back in and raise it up than it is to raise the board up and dig something out from underneath it. So it's better if I just be able to add stuff. Okay. Side's done. I'll take the board out first this time. It makes it easier. But first I gotta try to use the shovel. I didn't bring that to scoop out the water. I want to get out some of that, splash some of that water out of there. Too much. Well, I got most of the water out. I'll get there's some more drain in the end there, so I'll keep cleaning it out. I can start digging around here where the driest part is. Oh boy. wind is cold. I put my jacket back on. North wind. It's coming right up that hill. Yeah, it's cold. Sun's warm. I'm in the shade right now, but the sun's up there. But it just don't compensate for the cold wind, especially when I'm sweating. Then it's even colder. I'm over half done. I got most of it cleaned out over there when I was cleaning the rest of it. I did that one too, so I'll get it. I'm getting there. I got the majority of the thing dug. I gotta clean it out. I want to let it dry a little bit. A little sticky in here still, but I got the water out. I'm just tired. Wind. I'm sweating under my jacket, and then the wind makes me cold. My jacket. From the north too. I thought it was going to be warmer today. It's not. Sun's out, but that's good. That helps. As soon as I get that cleaned out, right into here, around there, and deep enough, I don't think I'm going to make this as deep, because I think this was already too deep. I know the whole thing is slanted. Where I gotta back up my trailer, it's already slanted. So, but if I have to dig more there later, I will. But I just have to make sure it's the right level. So when I back the trailer up, the back end of the trailer is butts up against that board there. Not this one, but the one in the back. The one I got covered up. Right there. The back end of the trailer will butt there, and the way I had it set up, there's no step. The cattle could just walk straight through without stepping up. Because I had always had a hard time with the cattle. They didn't want to step up. Since I don't load my cattle very often, like most ranchers, they do so many things with them. They gotta load them up, unload them, load them up, unload them to different places, take them different places. But I very seldom have to move my cattle. So when I do, they're not used to stepping up. Now they have to step up when I load them out of the barn. Then they got to step up. But usually when I load them out of the barn, I don't see them again. I'm either selling them or really send them to the butcher. Anyway, I'm going to rest for a while. I think I'll go in the truck much warmer in the cab. It's just after 2 p.m. right now, and at least the cab is warm. I got the south facing window open for fresh air, but that wind coming out of the north, I got to close my window for that. At least it's still in here. I'll just rest for a little while, and then I'll go back to digging. That's what I came out here for. I'm not going to level it this way so much because I know that's going to slant, but I want the same slant on this one when it's in there. But I also want to start out. It can't be level. It has to be lower. I can stack up some 2x4s. So I know how much lower this one is from that one. So I need some more lumber. And I got some at the house I can use. And on the way, I know where I can get some lumber. There, that's at the bridge. I got another plan for how to close that gate without getting out of the truck. I got me a hook. Which means I don't need to get as close to the gate. Remember this hook? It'll work good for hooking that gate. I'm gonna get over a little bit. Okay, when I grab it, I almost went too far. Okay, now I'm gonna pull it and slide my hook down. Get away from the gate. So my last pull. Oh, see, I'm hitting my bumper. Okay. I'll just let go of it. What was that? I think I hit the gas pedal and the brake same time. It didn't work. I lost my hook. Truck's too long. Let me pull forward and do it the right way. So I was spinning. I didn't know what I was doing. The hook's still on the gate. That didn't work. There's my hook. Right there. Like I said, I couldn't pull it any farther because it was hitting my bumper. And then my foot slipped off the brake and hit the gas at the same time I was stepping on the brake. That's why it was making that funny noise and spinning. Okay, I guess I got to get out anyway. There's my hook. I tried pulling the gate, but it was hitting my bumper. Oh, it was hitting that thing. Yeah, it's hitting that too. Yeah, not so much my bumper, but the tailgate. Anyway, let me close that. I put my hook in the truck. I didn't chain it, I just let it hit the yellow pole so when I come back it'll just open. Well, it was worth a try, but it didn't work. Oh, it's really windy up there and the wind's cold. But down here by this gate, there's hardly any wind. It's hot. Yeah, I can feel a little breeze, but not enough to cool me off. Looks like there's a couple dead trees there with just a few leaves on them. Right there. They're right behind the corral. But it looks like they're leaning more that way. So if they fall, they shouldn't hurt my corral. There's some life left on them. There's some, just a few leaves, looks like. Anyway, I'll keep an eye on them. Yeah. You can see it was muddy. This road in the middle there is still a little muddy. I guess the water got trapped up here. You can see the marks I made with my tires when it's wet. Drying out now though, with the sun shining. Yeah, I made some tracks. I can still hear the wet mud that I'm running over. Yeah. Hopefully I can get what I need from the bridge. What's going on here? Where's the rest of the cattle? Oh, there must be no water. I don't see nothing on this side. Okay. Yeah, they're probably in the water. Oh no, they were behind that big tree. They were behind that dead tree. Let's take a look. Oh, there they are. I couldn't see them. They were behind that two tree, that bushy tree, leafy tree, and the dead tree. They're over there. Those are the ones I saw. And now I can see them both. Okay. I got some lumber at the bridge I want to retrieve because I need a longer piece to work with my level. Sort of. I got some other lumber I can use too down here. Yeah. That's for my hey! Oh, it slid. Okay. I'll go no further. That's far enough. They're right there on the right side below that tree. I built that to retain those rocks and cement. It should be hard now, so I want to see if I can get them out of there, or as many as I can. Some of them might be stuck underneath those rocks, but I'll see what I can retrieve. For sure, I need that big long one, the 8-footer, if I can dig it out of there. Creek is a little higher today. So in the last few days, I say maybe the last week, how much did I get that one day? 7/8, and then last night, or no, yesterday it was a ½ inch, so about 1.5 inches altogether for the last week or so. Okay. Well, I'm just glad it comes at a ½ inch at a time. That's good. ½ inch or an inch or less at a time. That's better for the plants. There's a bunch of lumber there I could reuse if I can get it out. If I can get them out of there. Yeah. They work good to hold the cement, concrete, and the rocks in here. Try to get that out first. If I get that out, maybe they'll all come with it. Who knows? I think some of them are stuck in here though. I had to add some here. The rest, I think, shouldn't come out. They serve their purpose. Now I need them somewhere else. And the wind's strong down here again. Oh well. It ain't too cold right now, but it is chilly. Well, I saw that stuff was stuck under the bridge here on this end, so I got that little piece out there. I used my hook, and then I got this piece. This case was hard to get out. I got it out. What else did I get? And then then after I got this one out, it's a big root. I think it's part of the root from that tree that I pulled out the other day. It never did float through, it got stuck. I think that's still floating. And then that one followed it. It just came right out. But then there was another limb stuck in there. I got part of it out, but it looks like it sank. So I'm just going to leave it alone. Yeah, it's all floating downstream now. They're slowly floating downstream. The first one I pulled out is right ahead, going down. There it goes. It's a small piece. Looks like they're slowly moving their way back to the creek. I gotta work on that sometime too. Clean that up. Well, I'll do that. I'll do that before I burn that, because I'm gonna gather all this wood out of here and throw it on that pile. Now back to what I was doing. The calves are laying down way over there. The cow that I expect to have a calf soon is, she's standing over there with her calf from last year. They're her yearling calf. And the other one is the white cow over here. They're both supposed to have a calf yet. I can't tell if they're, can't even tell if they're pregnant. I'm thinking they are. But they should have had a calf by now, because they both had a calf over a year ago. The white one had in April 6th, and that one back there, she had April 25. So they both should have had a calf by now. As long as they have a calf, I guess it's okay if they're late. I wiggled that big board sticking up. I got some of them broke loose. I'm going to use a sledgehammer to get the rest of them. They're in a bind down here in those rocks. I got them all, except the one stuck in the mud. That long one. Yeah, they're all out now. I didn't lose any. I still gotta get that long one out. I hear the cattle. Here they come. Coming into the stream. Look at those two. Those two are always together. Mama cow and Papa bull. Okay. And the calves. Looks like the one yearling is babysitting. That's Mama cow's 6th calf from last year. The taller one back there. That's the bull, I think. He likes to make that noise. Look at that. Or up on top. There's a calf sitter over there on the right. There. Where's that white cow? She was here a minute ago. Where'd she go? Is. Yeah, those are the two that still have to have a calf yet. I just don't know when. Mama cow and the other brown cow, first calf. Mama cow had her 7th, a little young bull. She had her 2nd calf, but must have been stillborn, or she had trouble pushing it out, because when I found it, it was like a couple weeks old, and I estimate she had it around the end of February, or the last week somewhere. But these two, they both had it in April. It's been over a year for those two. So they should be having a calf. Oh, now you're gonna lay down. Okay. Well, I gotta get back to work. What was going on here? What happened? They all rushed out. I don't know what's going on. And that cow, she just got down there. She just went down, and all of a sudden, I think something spooked the calf or something. And then when they ran out, the cow ran out too. They even kind of startled them. So what's happening? What you guys doing anyway? Causing trouble. Okay, back to work for me. Forgot what I was going to say. Hopefully I can get that long board out. That's what I need. May have to jack it out somehow. I got a rope. I got nails. I can, yeah. If I can't pull it out, I'll lever it out. I got it. All it took was a smashed the finger with my hammer. I nailed the board onto the tall one. It's sticking up. I nailed the board on it from the back side this way. On the angle. The board was like this, and then I got a short board underneath it. I just levered it up. Them nails, I was using those. I used nails. I got a bunch of nails to pull out yet. Now my finger hurts. I didn't hit it that hard, but it still hurts. Well, that's done. Now I came this far. I think I'll head to the house and get something to snack on. I normally don't eat when I'm working, but not so much snack on. I want something to drink, some juice or something. I'm just tired. A lot of digging today. Well, I got the board I need. I wanted that long one. But I'll pick up all the other ones too. Gotta make sure I pick up all the nails. All the boards are picked up. They're enjoying this cool weather. I think they like it. Kinda like it too. Okay. Let's drive to the house. Working up there. I think I had the trenches done, or the digging done. I'm just going to drop that thing in and get it set. Got to pull these nails out. Pull the nails out. Now I'm going to go to the house for a few minutes, since I'm down here anyway. I got all the lumber that I used for there, got that out. And I don't know, I'm gonna go home for a minute or two. I don't really need to go home for anything. Oops. I just feel like it. This is so jerky. Must be all the bumps. Make a quick stop. me though. Quick stop is an hour. Oh, what are they doing in this corner here? You guys enjoying yourself there? Oh, here she is. I was wondering where the other cow was. She's right here on my side. Okay. Well, Bully's staying with that cow. And there's little Bully laying over there. Can't see her, but she's behind this. She's behind that sycamore. Yeah, she's just laying there. I'm just gonna park it out here. I don't want to run into the tractor though, or anything else. Yeah, I'll just leave it here. Alright, I'm going back out. Just give me a minute. Or an hour, whatever. It's still windy and chilly. And I'm headed back out. It only took me half hour. Well, 200 over there. Bully, you better get over there and be with that one in heat. The two bulls are there. A 2-year-old and yearling, red. Yeah, the other two Highlanders are down over there. Okay, I'm going to head back out to the corral again. When there's not much wind, oh, the sun feels good. Yeah, the sun's still pretty high. It's only about, it's after 4:30. Alright, let me head back up. Well, I'm back. Ready to drop that into the hole, or the trench. Okay. You know, still windy, but not quite as windy, but it's not really warmer. but it's less windy, so I guess it makes it a little warmer, but it's still windy. And now I'm in the shade, which is going to make it colder even still. Looks pretty good. I think it's a little bit low in the back. Maybe it's a little high. It's still high on this end. I'm not sure which side is too low or not low enough. I think this side's a little bit too low, and that side's not down all the way. See, there must be a high spot somewhere. Probably right there. I'll have to adjust. I can pick this up a little bit. This side here, I can just pick it up and put some blocks underneath it. But I think I gotta dig out there, because I can see there, gap there, gap there, gap there, gap there. So it has to be in the middle somewhere. Yeah, I think I need to lower that side. That side, and this side's going to be raised up. Let me do that then. See what happened. As I dropped it, it knocked some of this dirt off, and it landed underneath. I just got to pick this up and clean that out. Yeah, you can see the dirt that fell in. This board must have, or the bottom of the, hit the corner there, and that's why it was higher. I gotta clean that out. Right where I want it. It's not, might be a hair lower, but it'll work. You know, I've been thinking. Both ends here are 3 feet from that board. Just the way I wanted it. And the slant, this slant is the same as that slant. Slope. I really didn't check this. I really didn't check this slope. Doesn't really matter, because the slope here is going to start up here, and then it's going to slope down to the bottom of that board. But I'm not digging that out today. I'm still debating something. I think I'm just going to leave this set here for a while, a couple weeks maybe, because my credit card bill is really too big. But I'm going to get some Quikrete, throw it in here at least, in here, because I don't have much room on the other side. But at least there, because that's where I'll be backing up too. There's hardly any room here. I'm not going to put nothing on the inside, because I got to dig some of this out. Maybe not all of it, because I'd like to put concrete in there too, from up here to down there. And it'll probably have to be lower than the board on this end, and up near the top of the board here. So I need to adjust that slope accordingly. So when the concrete's finished, it'll start up on top and then slide down to the bottom of the board. To make that happen, I gotta dig some of this out and throw some of it there. Huh. I'll figure something out. I'd like to get some concrete in there. I could dig some more out here on the outside. Throw some concrete there. Yeah, this here will be easy to dig out. Because as the trailer backs up, it's gonna want to hit that board. Of course, there's going to be concrete on both sides then. Concrete there and there. But like I said, I'll wait till the middle of May to do any of that concrete work. This can just sit like this for a while. Yeah, I wouldn't mind putting some concrete there. The inside, I think, would just be around there. I'll just fill that in with dirt. I got plenty of it to find some over here. I even use that there. It's dry. It came out of that area there. If I put concrete in through there, I can start at the bottom and work my way up to the top. There can be concrete against this board here, against that board, against that board, against that board. Not so much down here at the bottom. But I'm gonna have it, what do you call it? Curved. I'll get a tire to mesh, a trailer tire, and it's gonna be curved on the inside to mesh the tire. The concrete will be shaped up. It'll go down and then shaped up like a tire. So when the tire hits, it'll be hitting the concrete more than it'll be hitting the wood. Yeah, looks like I'm going to be spending money again on concrete. Okay, at least it makes it. It'll make my job easier to back this up. I'm not very good at backing up anyway, especially trailers. I usually wind up turning in the wrong direction. Okay, well, I guess I'm about done here then. Yeah, I could put dirt, those little, whatever, there's not much in there. I'll just fill the inside of that island there with dirt. Well, done all I could for now. Until I get money for more quickcrete. When I'm ready to do the quickcrete, I'll dig this out on this side. The other sides there's enough room there to put concrete all the way around. And then once I do that, and then I'll start to dig all that out to get the slope right. And there. So there'll be concrete on both sides here. And there, and go down, and out here too. And then there'll be a board sandwich between them, but that's okay. I'm ready to go back to the house. I filled in the middle as best I could. When it rains, it'll soak down. Hope this works better than it did before. Should be easy to clean out too. Probably just leaves. Hope when I back up the trailer, if those boards are too high for I'll get a longer board that goes all the way, and then I'll be able to maybe nail it to that board there, because that one goes up underneath that one, and then it goes down that way. That way the trailer will slide on them right up to there. Right up to the other board. Well, I'm comfortable with it the way it is. Just by looking at it, it looks like there's a slant going this way, but that's okay. I didn't measure that way. I didn't check the level there, but I could. Doesn't matter, I'm going to leave it this way anyway. Yeah, once I get the outside perimeter with concrete, then I'll start cleaning up the middle. Hopefully the cattle don't screw this up too much until I'm ready to do the concrete sometime middle of May. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. It's almost 6 p.m. so I'm ready to head home. Let's go home. There's the sun. Just around 6 p.m. Headed home. Let's look at what I did today. Yeah, it's gonna have to wait till May to do any more on it. Okay, headed home. I didn't forget nothing. Slow down. Whoops. There's a couple of them right there. The rest of them. Well, I can't work on that other stuff because I got to spend money to do it. I already got the weed killer. I bought that last year or the year before. I might start spraying some of this stuff when it ain't windy. Yeah, maybe. Just to give me something to do, I guess. I think I can't do no more construction stuff. I don't have any money to buy anything. Credit card already too big. But I think I'll be able to pay it off. First part of May. Okay, they're here. I'm going home. There's a couple of yearlings. Look at a big old mud hole here. There's a couple of them up here where I make my turn. I don't know if I need rock there or some more dirt. Yeah, right through here, right on the turn, there's like 2 or 3 mud holes here. And it seems like the more I go through them, the deeper they get. I sure like my new ramp. Actually, it's pretty smooth. I thought that hump would be too much, but it's, especially in the middle, it's less humpy in the middle. On the ends, on the left side, it's got a big hump, but on the right side, it's got a little bit of hump. But in the middle, it's pretty on this side anyway. It's pretty smooth if I could stay in the middle. See, I hardly felt it. Good to be done for the day. Well, I have no real reason to come out here anymore. Except maybe check the fence or check the cattle. There they are, all spread out. Most of the work down here is done. I gotta start. Yeah, I gotta check fences. I gotta mow along the road there, along that fence, eventually. But if I'm lucky, yeah, I have to mow next to my fence because if the road people come, township, they get too close and they damage my fence. They've done it before, so I get at least to keep two cuts along the fence for sure, so they don't get too close. Okay. Yeah, I got some. I don't have as many ironweeds out here. I did a better job out here at spraying, but I got some. I'll spray these too. Probably spray this one first. See how everything works since it's smaller. There's a lot over there. Oh, gnats are irritating. How does that sky look? Uh-huh. Okay. Time to go home. How did I see? What am I doing? I'm so crooked. Oh well, leave it. Good enough for me. I just went to get some mail. Good to be home. I can't think of any work to do tomorrow. I got another biannual doctor's appointment tomorrow morning. I think this one's a cardiologist. I don't remember having any problem with my heart, but somehow I got hooked into seeing them every 6 months. Anyway, but the only thing that I could start doing is cutting the grass by the road or on the fence down by the big pasture. But I think it's still too early for that. I'll wait for that. I think if it ain't windy, one of these days I might start spraying weed killer on the ironweeds in the big pasture. And here in the little small pasture here too, but they weren't that many last year. but I'll keep an eye on them. Spraying's the best way to get rid of the moles. I think it's starting to cool down already. It only got to maybe mid-60s, but it's 62 now. It's about 6 p.m. I can see a lot of white clover growing there. They like that white clover. You can see a lot of it starting to grow. They like warmer weather, so there's some over here too. I don't know if I planted that or... Yeah, I must have planted it. I think it was part of the pasture mix that I planted here. The cattle didn't pull these leaves down. There's mulberries on there. They're just starting to turn red. It's got a tint of red, mostly green though. There's some. They could reach this here, I think. I know I can't. I'll be watching them. Yeah, there's some out there too. I don't know if they can reach those. Maybe I can get those. Otherwise, they would have ate them already. Yeah, I might be able to pull some of these down with my hook blade. I know they ate those off. I guess some of them I can't reach up there. So that's good. At least I'll get something. Over here, they ate most of them. Above me. Yeah. Ah, tired. I don't want to go home. I am home. Okay. Looks like it's getting cloudy. I think I might want to. I think I'll just end it here today. Just end it here. Nice, peaceful pasture view. Pasture scene. 2 Highlanders girls and 2 crossbred bulls. Those 2 bulls are half Highland with the Italian white, 3 Italian white breeds: Chinina, Romanola, Marchigiana, and also Piedmontese. 4 Italian breeds. Okay, that's all for today then. I'm tired. Too tired to check my asparagus. Looks like there's 4 of them down there ready to harvest. And at least 1, maybe 2. The other one's kind of short. I don't see no others. I think the cattle tramping on these, walking on these, didn't do them any good. Oh well. Let me harvest what I can see. It's my asparagus harvest today. I still got some I didn't eat yet. They're already cooked, but I'll put these in water. I'll probably cook them tomorrow.